tricky. Let's see.
Maybe A?
Okay, Max is A.
A.
And it is tricky because I kind of do a combination. Like I kind of do B, but I also use the rest of the cleaning supplies every IA cycle. But I don't do the twice a day with alcohol pads.
Okay. Kiana?
Yeah, the twice a day, I think I've read before maybe it was supposed to be twice a day, but that's kind of difficult to do. So it's between B or C. Yeah.
Okay. So when using all of the cleaning supplies, there's a lot in there. We only recommend doing that once per IA cycle, either at the beginning or the end, because there are so many things in there you wouldn't be able to use all of them once a day. But Karen, I hear what you're saying in that you use the skimmer cleaning sheets once a day. I mean, what we recommend is cleaning it whenever you see any dirty scans, like lines or anything like that, clean it immediately. If you're not seeing dirty scans, we recommend you do it twice daily with the alcohol pads, just because they're more thorough than the skimmer cleaning sheets. Okay. The skimmer cleaning sheets are faster, but they don't pull as much off. So that is the recommended cleaning regimen, is twice a day with the alcohol pads, or if you don't have time, the skimmer cleaning sheets. And whenever you see dirty scans, clean it immediately, and then do a really thorough cleaning with all the supplies once per IA cycle. And Shelly and I created a really helpful video where I used every single cleaning supply in the kit. So if you're not sure what to do with some of them, you can look at the YouTube video that we did on Kiana's scanner.
I highly recommend it. Rachel's fabulous.
We did about 30 takes because I kept messing up. It took a while. Are there any questions about scanner cleaning? And just to clarify, the skimmer cleaning sheets are the things you run through the machine, and they're sticky and they pick up dirt. They don't pick up a whole lot of dirt, not as nearly as much as the alcohol pads. All right. So checking test booklets and answer sheets. These things may all seem obvious, but we had an issue this past IA cycle where Kiana was affected by this. Some of the middle schools got their versions mixed up. So some got A when they should have gotten B, and some got B when they should have gotten A. And generally only middle schools have version A or B for tests. But you should always know which version you're using and make sure that you have both versions on both your test booklets and your answer sheets. This is the third bullet point. When you get your test booklets, you should also count them. There should be enough for one for each student plus 10 extras. And count your answer sheets as well. There should be, answer sheets are just used for middle schools and high schools for math and science. Each student should have their own unique answer sheet, and there are also blank ones at the very beginning of the PDF file if a student is missing one. With the test booklets, it's important to count those early so that we can send you more if any are missing. We have time to do that. And check that the print quality is good and the ink is dark. We also had an issue last IA cycle where a few schools said that their ink quality wasn't very good. And since we never actually see the test booklets, we order them from the printer and have them sent directly to the schools. We won't know that unless you tell us. If you tell us soon enough, then we'll have time to ask that new ones are sent by the printer. And then make sure that you have all of the correct grades and subjects and none are missing. So I think this all is pretty common sense, but just remember the part about the versions, especially for the middle schools. We definitely are going to keep a close eye on that and ensure that we don't send you the wrong versions, but you should always be checking that just to double check. Okay. So there is a common problem that occurs where batch processing either only processes a portion of the exams or it doesn't give you the option to batch process. And when you open up Batch Manager, it says Recognition Server in the queue column. Have any of you ever had this issue?
No.
No?
Oh.
Okay. Well, it does happen kind of regularly on some IA workstations, but it's a really, really easy fix. If you're ever unable to, if batch processing just isn't starting, and you open up Batch Manager and it says Recognition Server, there's a quick way to fix it, but it's definitely not intuitive. So I'm going to go over this. Definitely feel free to email me if you forget this. But you're going to go to Start, Settings, Control Panel, Administrative Tools. I'm going to show you how to do this in a second. Click on Services. There's two services called Ascent Capture. There's Ascent Capture Recognition Server and Ascent Capture Release. You are going to set these services to automatic and start them. So the problem is sometimes they switch from automatic to manual, and so it's not starting batch processing automatically anymore, and we want to change that back to automatic. So to go over how to do that really quickly, you're going to go to on your IA workstation, you're going to go to your Start menu, you go to Settings and Control Panel. You see there's this option here called Administrative Tools. You double click on that, and then there's an option called Services. You open up that. Now you've got a whole bunch of services that are running on your computer. There's going to be two called Ascent Capture, A-S-C-E-N-T. I don't have them on this computer because this is not an IA workstation. But if you look over in these two columns, startup type should be automatic, and status should be started. Chances are, if you're having trouble, your startup type will be manual, and it will say not started or stopped. So what you can do is right-click on the service, select Properties, and then change startup type to automatic, and click OK. And then right-click here, and you can just say Restart the service. If you do that to both of those, then batch processing should start up automatically. And there is a screenshot of how to do that. This is what the service will look like on your IA workstation. So again, just something to keep in mind if this ever does come up. Okay, so calculating your IA upload percentage, as you know, your goal is 98% of data uploaded. And you can and should be running your IA upload report in Athena regularly to see what you've uploaded. But one thing the IA upload report doesn't have is your actual percentage of uploaded tests. And while we try to send that to you twice daily, we also want you to have the ability to do it yourself, because that way you can determine your own percentage at any time. And you can also monitor it to see if you think we're calculating it incorrectly. You have the ability to calculate it yourself and say, hey, I think you forgot to remove this withdrawn student, or this calculation is wrong, or something like that, and then you can email us, because we're not perfect and we're doing it in Excel manually as well. So I'm going to show you a little Excel calculation that we've created. So in the first place you're going to start is I'm going to send you this little Excel template. so that you can use this. But the first place you start is you go to your IA data upload status report in Athena. I'm going to do this for IA3 just because not all the IA4 tests are published in Athena yet. And I'm going to do this for Hartford. Okay, so you run the report. Put your mouse to the left of the very first orange link, the very first subject. Highlight the whole thing up to the last timestamp and click Control-C for copy. You're going to go to your Excel template that I'm sending you. You see down at the bottom there's 2 tabs here. The second tab is just a blank tab that says Paste Here. And you're going to hit Control-V to paste what you've just copied. And the reason for that is because we're trying to get rid of all the funky formatting that is in this web page. So now you've got it all pasted here. And now I'm going to hit Control-C again to copy it. I'm going to go to the main tab and right in cell A2, I'm going to paste it, but I'm going to paste special. And the way you paste special is you right-click, and instead of clicking paste, I'm going to click paste special, and I only want to paste the values. This is really great for getting rid of all the funky formatting and weird things that might be in something copied from a web page. So I'm just pasting the values of everything I've just copied. And you can see here that before I did that, upload percentage was 0 because there's nothing there. And then when I pasted it in, now you can see the total number of tests was 690, tests with data 688, and upload percentage is 100% because that's Hartford Elementary got 100% uploaded for IA3. So what this formula is doing is it's adding up all of everyone in the enrolled column here and putting it in total number of tests that should be there, and then it's adding up all the tests with data and putting that here. And then this is just simply this divided by this to get a percentage. Now, if we double-click on this, you can see that the cells are highlighted. And what it's doing is it's not adding up each section individually. It's adding up the total in each course. So 89 for kindergarten math is the total number of tests that should be in kindergarten math in all sections. So it's adding up, and you can see that I highlighted all the totals in yellow. I did that to help me know where the formula should be falling. So it should be adding up all of these, everything in column C that is yellow. So if I scroll down, I see that they're colored boxes around all the cells that it's adding.